Welcome to Starwatch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Have you ever witnessed a single glance that could melt an entire network of hearts? This week, as Zhao Liying celebrated her birthday, Wang Yibo didn't need fireworks or lavish gestures. Just one look. One silent, genuine look that sent fans across the world into emotional overdrive. It wasn't performance. It wasn't PR. It was real. And that's what makes this moment unforgettable. Not because it was loud, but because it was honest. While most celebrities carefully construct emotional distance, Wang Yibo did the opposite. At Zhao Liying's birthday celebration, surrounded by the glittering noise of fame, he didn't speak much, yet his silence said everything. His gaze, calm, grounded, impossibly sincere, carried a tenderness that words could never reach. It wasn't planned or staged. It was a quiet moment of truth in a world built on performance. For a fleeting second, the cameras disappeared, and what remained was pure humanity. That was the power of his look. It stripped away the spectacle and revealed something profoundly real. In the entertainment industry, authenticity is rare and often dangerous. Every movement, every micro-expression, is dissected and turned into content. Many stars learn to survive by hiding their emotions, building polished images that please algorithms and sponsors. But Wang Yibo, in that instant, seemed to reject all of it. There was no mask, no carefully curated reaction, only the honesty of connection. It reminded everyone watching that fame might shape a person's image, but it can never completely silence the heart. For Zhao Liying, the moment carried its own quiet weight. She, too, knows what it means to stand alone against expectation. From humble beginnings to leading roles, her rise was not a gift of luck but the result of relentless endurance. When Wang Yibo looked at her, it was more than admiration. It was recognition between two people who understand the cost of standing where they do. It was respect, gratitude, and an unspoken acknowledgement of shared strength. The audience felt it too. Across timelines and continents, people stopped scrolling for a moment. They saw two artists stripped of pretense, bound not by romance or rumor, but by mutual humanity. In that unguarded exchange, Wang Yibo reminded millions that vulnerability is not weakness, it is courage. That glance became more than a birthday gesture. It became a symbol of sincerity in a world that often forgets what sincerity looks like. It was, in every sense, a rare kind of honesty, the kind that transcends language, culture, and fame, leaving behind only what truly matters: connection. Zhao Liying's journey has always been defined by quiet resilience. She began with small, easily forgotten roles, yet she refused to fade into the background. Every step forward was carved through discipline and sacrifice, and with time, she became one of the most admired actresses in Chinese cinema. Her story is not only about success but about perseverance, the kind that is earned through pain, humility, and an unwavering belief in her craft. When Wang Yibo looked at her during that brief but unforgettable moment, it felt as though the years of struggle and triumph converged into one shared understanding. There was no need for words. The look in his eyes spoke for him. Respect, admiration, and a deep recognition of what it takes to survive in an industry that celebrates glamour but rarely honors authenticity. Wang Yibo's path mirrors hers in many ways. Once dismissed as just another idol, he rebuilt his identity piece by piece, proving that versatility and determination could redefine public perception. Through dance, acting, racing, and music, he crafted a reputation not as a star who shines briefly, but as one who endures. His journey, like Zhao Liying's, was not free from pain. It was shaped by scrutiny, by doubt, and by a constant need to prove himself. That is why his glance during her birthday celebration carried so much weight. It wasn't simply affection. It was the silent communication of two souls who had fought similar battles and emerged stronger, though not unscarred. Audiences watching from across the world could sense this undercurrent of truth. The atmosphere shifted from mere curiosity to genuine emotion. What they saw was not a romantic display, but a human moment, the meeting of two lives shaped by discipline and courage. There was something almost sacred about it, as if for that brief instant, fame itself bowed in the presence of sincerity. Their shared silence echoed louder than any declaration of love could. It was a celebration of understanding, of respect, and of the rare purity that still exists within human connection. In that glance, Wang Yibo and Zhao Liying reminded the world that true emotion does not need to be performed. It only needs to be felt. Beneath the beauty of that moment lies a question that stretches beyond the world of entertainment. Can sincerity survive under the blinding light of fame? In an age where every emotion is monetized and every gesture analyzed, honesty has become a kind of rebellion. The entertainment industry thrives on illusions, where relationships are crafted for marketing, and silence is often safer than truth. To reveal one's genuine feelings is to risk everything: public perception, career stability, and even personal peace. Yet, Wang Yibo's glance towards Zhao Liying seemed to defy that unspoken law. It was not an act of recklessness, but one of courage, a reminder that even within the machinery of celebrity, fragments of humanity can still shine through. His gesture asks us to rethink what authenticity means in a digital age. We live in a culture that rewards visibility but punishes vulnerability. People cheer for openness, yet the same crowd can turn cold the moment honesty feels uncomfortable. This paradox shapes not only stars but all of us, forcing everyone to balance self-expression against self-preservation. Wang Yibo's quiet defiance, his refusal to play by those invisible rules, feels almost revolutionary. By choosing honesty over image, he became a mirror reflecting something many of us have forgotten: the value of being seen as we truly are, without the safety of filters or rehearsed perfection. For Zhao Liying, this moment was also a testament to grace under scrutiny. Having spent years navigating the narrow path between fame and privacy, she has mastered the art of saying little while expressing much. Her composure during that exchange revealed not distance, but strength. She understood the gravity of what had happened, that in an instant the narrative would no longer belong to her. And yet, she accepted it with quiet dignity, knowing that authenticity always comes with a price. In that unspoken communication, both she and Wang Yibo demonstrated something greater than affection. They showed resilience, empathy, and the wisdom of those who have learned to stand tall in storms of attention. For audiences around the world, this brief connection became more than entertainment. It became a reflection of their own lives. We all live under some form of spotlight, whether digital or social, constantly balancing who we are with who we are expected to be. Seeing two public figures dare to act with sincerity felt liberating, almost healing. It reminded people that truth, even when fragile, carries an unmatched power to connect. In the end, this was not just a story about two celebrities. It was a meditation on authenticity in a world that often rewards performance over integrity. Wang Yibo and Zhao Liying, through one unguarded glance, reminded us that vulnerability is not something to hide, but something to honor. It is the quiet proof that even in the most artificial of worlds, humanity endures, and when it surfaces, however briefly, it moves us because it reflects the deepest truth we all share: to be seen, to be understood, and to be real. So, the next time you see two people exchange a quiet glance under the flashing lights, remember, sometimes, the smallest gestures carry the loudest meaning. Happy birthday, Zhao Liying, and thank you, Wang Yibo, for reminding us that authenticity never goes out of style. Sparkles, if this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Nine Dragon. Join our community of dreamers, thinkers, and believers in genuine artistry. Stay tuned, because the next story might just change the way you see love, fame, and courage forever.